Good evening, family. Welcome to the Afro Latina Show. I am your host, Alicia Anabel Santos, La Diosa Dominicana La Santera. Welcome to episode 137. Don't worry. If you're anything like me, there are certain things that trigger all the worrying. There are things that happen in your life that you worry about. There are things that are out of your control that you worry about. There are people that you love that you worry about. Other people's issues and events and experiences that you worry about. For a long time, I was so consumed by everyone else's life and what they were or were not doing, and consumed with worry that I wasn't able to look at my own life, wasn't able to look at the things that I really should be worrying about, intending to. I titled today's episode, Don't Worry, because worrying can bring on all kinds of psychosomatic and physiological illnesses, right? They can trigger things, they can give us anxiety, they can raise our blood pressure, they can affect us, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And so, as I'm thinking about not worrying, for me, worrying is kind of rooted in insecurities or not feeling safe or stable or secure in my life or in a moment. And so worrying is like this distraction. Like if I'm worrying about all kinds of people, then I don't have to focus on the shit that's in front of me. Or if I am focusing on the shit that's in front of me, I'm worrying myself to death about things that honestly are out of our hands. And so today's episode about not worrying is, how do we surrender worry? It's easy for me to say, just stop worrying. I have a cousin that worries about me all the time. She worries about everyone. There are oftentimes we don't tell her things that are happening, like if there's a severe illness or sickness, because we're really afraid for her health. That if we tell her, it might affect her in some way. We don't want her to worry. How do we surrender worry and trust? And trust that things are going to work out in our favor, and trust that things are going to work out in the end for the best. A lot of my worry has been grounded in my finances. Would I be able to pay the bills? Would I be able to get the job? Would I be able to provide for my daughter, for my family? Would I be able to eat? I wrote a draft of an essay this morning about a moment in time when I worried about where Courtney and I were going to live, where I was going to get the money to pay for the Metro card to get to work. And I think that, worry is why I was so worried that I lost 40 pounds during that time. All I was living on during that time, and that isn't so far, not so long ago. This was we're talking 2002. 2002, I lost 40 pounds when I returned to New York City to pursue my writing, my writer's dream. And I was worried. I was worried that I was going to make it, that I was going to accomplish what I'd set out for myself, that I was going to be able to find and secure the perfect school for my daughter. I was going to land that job in a publishing, in the publishing field. I was going to kick off my writing career, all of these things. I was so worried about how all of these things were going to happen. And the truth is, the moment that I put my faith in my God, in spirit, in my guides, things started to align. That was a time in my life where I prayed more than I've ever prayed my whole life. I was praying everywhere, on the train platform, walking to the train, in the bathroom, showering, brushing my teeth, eating dinner, tucking my daughter to bed. Every minute of every day, I was communing with God and praying that I would find a way out, that I could release worry and trust that there was a plan and that things would align. And it was not easy. To put my life in the hands of some invisible force, that is not easy. And so this is a call to release worry, but more so this episode is about connecting to faith, whatever that means to us, whatever that means to you. Let's meditate. Inhale. 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 Keep breathing. When I release all worry, what I know to be true is, when I release all worry, what I know to be true is, what I know to be true is that even in my darkest hour, when shit has been fucked up, when I was in my lowest point, and I believed that God had abandoned me, Spirit was right there, pulling me out, showing me a different way, showing me a different truth. I'm not going to say that I don't worry about money sometimes, because it's this thing that, feels so necessary and so important. But when I can trust that I'm always provided for, it helps. It helps. Even when the bank account says negative, blah, 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 it helps to know that the truth is that some other opportunity is going to come. The truth is that doors are opening for me constantly. The truth is that when I take steps, I align with things that are for me. And so releasing worry is about having faith and connecting to that source, that force that guides me, that reminds me that I'm always safe. Even if it may not look that way, I'm always safe. And so I hope that we can know that together. My intention for this evening is to sleep well and have beautiful dreams. And I pray that you all do the same. See you tomorrow. Good night.